this time last year, I did a presentation on tax planning. So I hope all your clients this year did do a bit of planning. Yes? No? Yeah, good. There's one significant planning strategy this year, private health insurance. Does anyone know about the changes there? So 1 July, 30% private health insurance for high income earners will drop away, down to 0%. So there's an opportunity there to prepay the private health insurance premiums before 30 June and still get the 30% rebate. Sorry. Combined couple, 0 to 168,000, no change. 168 to 194 will drop to 20%. 194 to 260 will drop to 10%, and over 260 combined will drop to 0. So if you've got any clients that earn some decent dollars, encourage them to try and prepay their premiums pre-30 June. I know some health funds are offering up to 2 years prepayments, which is a saving of about $2,500. They need to get in pre-30 June. Yeah, there's a cut-off. I think it's an internal cut-off. So clients may have already missed the boat. And some funds are only offering up to 18 months with the NIB. The AMA, I heard, is offering up to 24 months. So it's just a planning opportunity. Taxable, I've only got 5 minutes. Taxable payments reporting, building and construction industry. Who can remember provisional tax? What's it called now? So Mr. Costello dragged it out of the cupboard, dusted it off and called it something else. Who can remember the PPS system? Prescribed payment system, which was, for those that can't remember, it was a reporting system but also withholding. So it was a 20% withholding rate in the building and construction, also cleaning industry. So where you paid someone in that industry, you had to withhold 20%. And then it's just like the groups you've got contractors. Last year, Mr. Swan dragged that one out, dusted it off, and has now got this taxable payments reporting for the building and construction industry. Comes into effect on Sunday, 1 July, Monday effectively, the 2nd of July, and it relates to any business that is primarily in the building and construction industry who makes payments to contractors for building and construction services and has an ABN. So anyone building and construction clients, and that is wide. Building and construction, earth moving, swimming pools, house construction, it's a fairly wide. There's a list on the tax office as to who's covered and who's not. The reporting is fairly simple. The tax office have given you a form which looks remarkably like pay-as-you-go withholding annual payment summary statement, and then details. So for every contractor that you pay, you need to quote their ABN, their phone number, their name, their address, the total tax that you've withheld from them if they haven't quoted their ABN, their gross amount you paid them during the financial year, and the GST amount that you've applicable to that payment. So that all applies from 1 July. Primarily in the building and construction industry is defined as, what is the definition? In the current financial year, 50% or more of their activity has to be in the building and construction industry, or in the current financial year, 50% or more of their income is from building and construction services, or in the last financial year, the previous financial year, more than 50%. So it's going to cover a fair range of people. It kicks in on Monday. In MYOB, under your supplier tab, there is a box that you need to tick, which is taxable payments reporting. To tick that box, it has to be ticked up at the start of the year. If you wait until September and tick it then, it's not going to pick up, it's not going to go backwards. So you've got to do it on Monday, I understand. Yeah, so it's only 19.7 or 2011? Yeah. Manual form, which will be horrific, I'd imagine. You can see they're not quoting an ABN. QuickBooks, I understand, is something similar. Xero, I think it's still working on theirs. Haven't got it yet? No. When you have who has received advice that it really is doing this reporting is classified as a tax agent service and not a BAS agent service. So that's a bit of a logistical. So it's a tax agent service, which is an anomaly in that you produce pay-as-you-go payment summaries for employees, and it's. I suppose the bookkeeper needs to make a decision on who to report to and who not to report to, and that's a tax service. So Fiona was saying that as an internal control measure, if you had a list of contractors drawn up and had the client sign off that they're the people that we should be reporting to, and make it the client's decision rather than your decision. Just to cover off on that. Not that I think it would be any great activity there, but yeah. That's about it. There was nothing too complex.
The repercussions of this too is you're looking at, you're going to marry it up with information contracts. On the other hand, the contract clause are they going to be looking at fines and
So it's mainly centred around, they'll say it's around the cash economy, but if it's cash economy, you won't be reporting it anyway. No. So it's mainly centred around trying to target non-lodgers. So building and construction industry clients or taxpayers that just haven't lodged returns for 7 or 8 years, they'll start getting them into the system. It's all data matching. And making sure that they're clearing the right amount in their tax return. Yeah, well, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do broaden the horizon. It's just at the moment building and construction. But at one stage it was cleaning, it was a number of industries. It wouldn't surprise me if they do broaden. Through the general ledger code, disseminate it. Yeah, so you're better off capturing it now. And for some clients, larger clients with large volume, it's just going to be horrendous.
We were actually told that the ICP they want to split between labour and materials. So even if subcontractors invoice and it's got labour and materials, they said that individuals 2 separate invoices.
No, I think it's both are reportable. Where invoices you receive include both labour and materials, whether itemised or combined, you report the whole amount of the payment unless the labour is incidental. It gives a couple of examples there, but I'd be reporting the whole payment. And if it's materials only, you wouldn't report it. But if it's labour is incidental. I suppose, given the tax agent, BAS agent distinction, or the client can lodge it. You can hand it on to the accountant at the end of the year, but there's no way we're going to be able to, in 21 days, go through all our clients and lodge all these in 21 days. It's just... I think it's a relatively simple exercise if you capture the data once a year. That's right. And you only record paid invoices. It's not creditors. It's not unpaid invoices at the end of the year. It's only on a cash basis. Well, again, it's an opportunity to. It's a fee for service. this is an opportunity to charge the client for the service that you're offering. Someone has to do it. They have to lodge it. So it's an opportunity. Any other questions?
What is tax rate is that
46.5. It's a top marginal rate. And again, I don't think I've ever come across a tax representative of 46.5%. Once? Yeah, I've never. So. And I did have something else to present on, which was what you would provide the bookkeeper at the end of the financial year. But I've done a checklist. What I might do is give it to Sue and Julie, and you can upload it onto the website.